Okay, the summer of 2020, after the public torture and execution of George Floyd, I spent that summer in Chicago working with the Hampton family. We went to Minneapolis, we were in Chicago, we went down south, all over Michigan, with, the protests were going on. And when I came back after spending all that summer doing that work, I came back here and I was like, what am I doing in this privileged community, in this school, what's going on, right? But then the school said, no, we're gonna make a stake in the ground of being an anti-racist institution. That's our aspiration. We're gonna expand E&I to DEIS, adding the social justice piece to it. And I said, okay, maybe I can stay here, And as I look around tonight and I hear from the wonderful council members, I have hope, I have hope for the change that we want to see in this place.
I came to Athenian with really high hopes because this place seemed like a perfect utopia, and I'll be honest, that's what I thought it was, until it was really the hate you give discussion we had when I was kind of shocked, and I think we all were shocked. I realized that I needed to improve and Athenian needed to improve.
Personally, I'm drawn to this work because I've seen and experienced how people treat each other because of biases around identities and how those biases impact justice and equity.
I want all people to be comfortable being who they are. I want to eliminate bias. I want education to be the forefront of our institution so there'd be no room for injustice. I want mutual respect in our community, no matter who the person is. Don't tell me this is a dream. My eyes are wide open, you can see them, and I'll tell you it is possible.
I was constantly mixed up with other Asian female students by other teachers and other peers. And I just dismissed this act as, oh, maybe it's because I'm new, or maybe we had the same haircut. But the fact that this is a universal experience for students of color at Athenian is quite troubling.
I was at Cold Stone with my aunt one day, and a lady came up to us and told us to go back to our country. I was in a lot of shock, and also during the pandemic, before school was shut down, a kid told my 8-year-old cousin, or asked him, do you have the coronavirus, simply because he was Chinese.
Within a couple months of my sophomore year, we had incidents of people saying words they should not be saying, and the response from the administration, or the lack thereof, was just disheartening.
This is a school where students can say very racist things with basic impunity and no follow-up or repercussion. There's a lot at this school that is taken away from my own personal health. No institution or person has ever made me angrier or more disappointed.
And over time, I've seen how students of color can feel really alienated here, and how the education on DEIS has just failed so many people here.
Because ever since I started as a freshman, I witnessed a very apparent need for improvement in terms of how Athenian supports its students of color.
However, throughout the years, I've seen how divided the student body can be through bias, ignorance, lack of empathy, the lack of diverse curriculum, lack of interest, and how many can get away with sickening things.
It's not even just about race, it's not just about other things, it also has to do with ableism or any other thing. There's a lot of communities out there that need support.
So one of my main goals for this year is to create more systemic change, especially surrounding DEIS education here.
And to bridge the gap between both students and staff members. And I feel like that's what interns are all about.
I want to eliminate those stereotypes, model minority myth. I want to introduce the true backgrounds of what it is being an Asian student.
and we were able to integrate DEIS work into the Athenian curriculum regarding other subjects and focusing on the untold stories of people of color and how they affect our learning journey and education. What I learned is the importance of perspective and opening your mind and heart to really listen.
Because I want to take my fight to where it can actually have an impact. One thing I really want to focus on is student voice, because in these incidents, I always felt like we would go up to the stage, say what we have to say, the administration says they listen, nothing happens. We always put out these statements, these emails of solidarity, all of this, put things in our curriculum, saying our statements on this, and that, but what are we going to do about it? That's my word is action. I want to put our words into action.